Hi, welcome back to Mr. Tilley's Math Magics. In this video, we are extending on our understanding of simple interest, only this time we are looking at calculating regular repayments. So here we go. So what are regular repayments? Well, these are the payments, the periodic payments that your financial institution or whoever you have borrowed your money from is going to expect those small payments back to be able to pay off the loan in full. Before we can calculate our regular repayments though, we need to understand a couple of different time frames throughout the year. First of all, we're looking at months, because your bank might ask you to repay monthly. It could also be fortnightly, or even sometimes weekly. So before we can calculate our regular repayments though, we have to have that understanding of the fact that there are 12 months to a year, 26 fortnights in 1 year, and 52 weeks to a year. So for now, let's make this a bit smaller, and we're going to see if we can give this a go with this scenario here. Toby borrows $2,000 from his bank. They give him an interest rate of 5% per annum, so per year, over a 5-year loan. Toby has also been asked to pay this back every fortnight. Well, if we look just to the left, we've got 26 fortnights in a year. Now, we have several things that we need to do here. The first we need to do is calculate the interest that we're going to pay, and we know that is I equals PIN. So I is equal to $2,000, that's our principal, times our 5% interest rate times the term of our loan being 5 years. Now, what does our interest equal? So I is equal to $500. That is the interest that Toby is going to pay. Now, let's put this next one in a different color just to keep track. We're going to go total amount equals I plus P. So total amount there is going to be our interest, $500, plus our original principal being $2,000. So our total amount is going to equal $2,500. Now we start to get into our regular repayments. Before we can actually calculate regular repayments, we need to know how many payments there are going to be. Now, you can use whatever kind of algebraic notation you want to keep track of which one this is. Me, I like to say, again, we'll go a different color. Capital N is the number of repayments we are going to have to make over the course of this loan. And that is equal to our frequency of repayments times little n, which in this case is the term of our loan, which is 5 years. So capital N is equal to, well, if we look back at the question, we know we need to pay off fortnightly. So we look over to the left, we have 26 fortnights in a year times 5 years. So how many repayments are we going to make? We are in fact going to make 130 repayments over the course of this loan. Now we need to calculate how much each repayment is going to be. So let's move these up a little bit to make a little bit more space. Let's move it right to there. Now, let's put this again in a different color. We want to know our regular repayments are. That's going to be our total amount divided by the number of repayments. So our regular repayments is going to be 2,500 divided by 130. So what is 2,500 divided by 130? Well, that is actually $19.23. There's a few extra decimal places there, but ultimately our regular repayments we are going to be making, or Toby is going to be making 130 payments of just under $20. There is a lot there, but if you have a look, the black is simple interest, the A is total amount, the blue is the number of payments we have to make, and the green is the value of each of those repayments. It is repetitive. It does seem like there's a lot there, but when we chunk it out into those 3 sections, it becomes a little bit more manageable. So I tell you what, I'll give you another one and we'll pause the video and see if you can do that on your own. Here we go. So let's move this over here so we've got a bit more space. And we are going to bring this one over to here. So Tina has borrowed $5,000 at an interest rate of 6% per annum over 3 years, paid back weekly. So pause the video, see how you go. Okay, let's work this out. So to start with, we need our I equals P I N. So I equals 5,000 times 6% times 3. So I equals 900. So let's go the different color again. A equals I plus P. A equals 900 plus 5,000. So A equals 5,900. Now, again, the different color. Let's go. The number of repayments equals the frequency that we're going to be paying it times the number of years. So N equals how many weeks in a year? That is 52 times 3 years for our loan. So the number of repayments is equal to 156 repayments over the course of that loan. So now our regular repayments is equal to our total amount divided by our number of repayments. So regular repayments equals 5900 divided by 56. So our regular repayments actually equal $37.82. How'd you go? As always, if you've got any questions, bring them into class. Your teacher's going to have a whole bunch of activities for you to be able to confirm this knowledge. Yes, it is a little bit long, but it's that chunked out process that makes this just a little bit easier. As always, I will see you again in the next lesson.